I hear anyway that the four of you are going to be millionaires by the end of the year.
Oh, that's nice.
Have you got time? Have you got time to actually spend this money?
What money? He said.
Doesn't he give any to you?
No. Can you see that car of his?
Baby's good to me, you know she's happy as can be, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know she tells me all the time, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that her baby buys her things, you know. He buys her diamond rings, you know she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine.
I identify myself with this country, with Galway in particular, the life of Galway. I found the place that I like to live in.
Baby says she's mine, you know she tells me all the time, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that her baby buys the things, you know. He buys her diamond rings, you know she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. She's in love with me and I feel fine.
This building uniquely recalls the noble Celtic Christian towers of ancient Ireland, built by the Irish people to be places of strength for the preservation of the valued articles of Christian worship.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. No finer place for sure. Downtown, everything's waiting for you.
This morning I think it was, didn't work out too well, but with a few minor changes here and there, I think it should probably ease the congestion a wee bit.
It's still a little bit complicated this morning, but generally not too bad. There doesn't seem to be any hold up in traffic.
Do you think it will relieve congestion eventually?
I think so, yes.
The one-way streets they brought in at the moment were enough, and then they'll bring these in on top of them, but it'll take a while to get used to these ones.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
In Southeast Asia, we want nothing more and nothing less than the assured and guaranteed independence of the peoples of that area. We are in Southeast Asia to help our friends preserve their own opportunity to be free of imported terror, of alien assassination managed by the North Vietnam communists based in Hanoi and backed by the Chinese communists from Peking.
And
Cassius is not my name no more.
Officially Muhammad Ali now.
Muhammad Ali, right. Muhammad Ali. That's my name.
Where are you going from here?
Well, from here I'm leaving. I'm going right over in a couple of days. My first stop will be Cairo, Egypt.
You know when you're going to fight again?
Well, as soon as I find somebody crazy enough to get in the ring with me. Don't nobody want me. Sonny Liston was not no fool. He stayed on his stool.
I'm busting out here. So great, I don't have a mark on my face. Yeah. And I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest.
Head forward, peering over the scrum there to know which way will Allen go. A beautiful heel by Dawson. He's making a break, a reverse pass. There's Gibson trying to go through. He kicks past one man, he links up with Murphy. A score for Ireland. What a wonderful try by Murphy.
Reynolds coming back to Kelly, linking up with Gibson. Racing up to the bail. Beautiful dummy. What a beautiful dummy. 10 yards inside Inglaterra to Flynn or to Walsh. Walsh running up to the 25. Gibson to Casey. Casey's over onto the post. What a beautiful try.
You set the world on fire. You are my one desire. To my lollipop.
There I was in me kitchen up to me ears in bills. But was I in for a surprise?
Mrs. Jones, XYC 45732.
Am I glad I bought an Irish sweepstakes ticket?
£1 tickets, 5-shilling shares for the Irish Sweeps Derby draw available everywhere. Many £50,000 prizes. Closing date, June 2nd.
Dunleer was awful. It was a heartbreaking experience. Hundreds of tearful goodbyes to husbands going back after Christmas. Chubby-faced boys and girls leaving home for the first time. Bewilderment written all over them. Hat-faced old stagers who never let on, but who felt it the worst of all, because they knew only too well what was before them. They had been there before. It was a viciously cold night with high seas. Conditions, to say the least, were shocking. I joined forces with a woman who was trying to look after 5 children. People were being violently sick everywhere. The younger men were drunk, but not violently so, tragically so. Drunk to forget the hopelessness of having to leave home. Underneath it all was the heartbreaking, frightful anguish of separation. There's no use trying to describe it. You have to be part of it to feel it.
Don't let the sun catch you crying. The night's the time for all your tears.
Are you coming over here to work?
Yes.
Is this your first time in England?
Yes.
Have you a job ready for you?
Well, I hope so. Anyway, I'm not just sure, but I think I have.
And what about accommodation? Have you someplace to stay?
I'm not sure of it, but I think it'll work out okay.
I'm really going on spec, you know. They were to let me know when to start, but they didn't.
And you didn't hear from anybody? No. What about where are you going to stay?
Well, that's what I've the whole day to look for.
The nighttime shadows disappear, and with them go all your tears. For the morning will bring joy for every girl and boy. So don't let the sun catch you crying.
It is goaded into activity by the enervating flow of immigration, and also by the spectacle of derelict land and neglected land throughout the country.
When the birds sing, it may be hard to discover that you've been left for another. But don't forget that love's a game, and it can always come again. Oh, don't let the sun catch you crying.
This is one of the ways in which the people who are flying out of the West can be kept there, in which the depopulation that's taking place can be reversed.
Good evening. This afternoon, Her Majesty the Queen invited me to form a government, which I'm now in the process of doing. And the first thing that I want to say to you tonight is that my colleagues and I pledge ourselves to do everything in our power to serve our country and our people.
Nothing you could say can tear me away from my God. Nothing you could do, 'cause I'm stuck like glue to my God. I'm sticking to my God like a stamp to a letter. Like birds of a feather, we stick together. I'm telling you from the start, I can't be torn apart from my God. Nothing you could do could make me untrue to my God. My God. Nothing you could buy could make me tell a lie to my God. I gave my God my word of honor to be faithful, and I'm gonna, you best be believing I won't be deceiving my God. As a matter of opinion, I think he's tops. My opinion is he's the cream of the crop. As a matter of taste, to be exact, he's my ideal. As a matter of fact,
The next time you go into a shop and buy a smart little suit for 8 guineas, which you now can do thanks to the efforts of designers and manufacturers, it's worth remembering that women are going into shops in London and Rome and Milan buying exactly the same thing and thinking that they've got something special and delightful and foreign.
movie star, but when it comes to being happy, we are. There's not a man today who could take me away from my God.
Timothy Tiernan allows, even encourages a whole lot of people to say things, to talk their heads off. People who have nothing to say.
O.G. Dowling, if you were the Director General of Telefiche Éireann, what would you knock straight away?
I'll probably be knocked for this, but I would knock the Late Late Show as it stands at present.
Just as the Ireland we know is a blend of many things, so a perfect cigarette is a blend of many different tobaccos. No one tobacco leaf can give you all the character and flavor you expect from a fine cigarette. That's why Goldflake are blended from 10 fine Virginia tobaccos to bring fresh pleasure to your smoking. Goldflake, blended from 10 Virginia tobaccos.
1964 was above all else the year of the Tokyo Olympics. The Japanese demonstrated their superb efficiency and organizing ability, and with the aid of television, the Games made their greatest ever impact on the world.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around.
About 6 miles, who's never looked like losing. One of the athletic performances, stamina, endurance, speed, courage, and strength.
Packer of Great Britain, what a fantastic finish. She's coming home like a sprinter. She's way past the French girl. It's a goal. Goal for Great Britain. Anne Packer comes home first. Get around.
car, 'cause it's never been beat, and we've never missed yet with the girls we meet. None of the guys go steady, 'cause it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night.
This is more than a victory of party or person. It is a tribute to the program that was begun by our beloved President John F. Kennedy.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walk on by. Walk on by. Make believe that you don't see.
There are, unfortunately, over the last 5 or 6 years, I've noticed a big increase in the number of younger men coming in here. The age groups, say, are from 17 up to 24.
Walk on by. Stop. Walk on by. Stop. Walk on by.
If I went to work, I can't stay in jobs. My old head goes to me. I can't stay in a job.
I see.
I might lose my temper in a
Yes.
And I might start cursing, swearing, and I
Yes.
say about this place.
Yes.
They won't give much, they won't give
Yes,
that.
I know.
Well, I used to say that a lot.
I've done 17.5 years in the army. Out now, 2.5 years.
And you've no pension in the army, have you not?
No.
Why not?
When I came out before, I done the 21.
And so you get nothing at all from the army? Then?
No.
Foolish pride, that's all that I have left. So let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you said goodbye.
We are not regarded as equals of the others in the city. They try to make us feel and do everything in their power to ensure that we feel that we are second-rate citizens.
You find that old glowering colonial attitude. They are, I speak now particularly of my own city of Derry, they're watching our growing numbers. They are watching to see in what ways they can restrict us. And there's this constant and very hard to describe atmosphere of watchfulness.
When you said goodbye, walk on by. Stop. Walk on by. Stop. Now you really gotta go, so walk on by. Stop. Baby, leave you never see the.
Officially, the Siege of Derry ended on the 12th of August, 1689. In fact, the Siege of Derry is still in progress. The walls which keep the Catholics at bay nowadays are no longer walls of bricks and mortar, but real walls nevertheless. They are walls of prejudice and discrimination and mutual suspicion.
Jimmy Doyle in under it now. Jimmy Doyle and Sean Buckley together. And Jimmy sends Tipperary well into the attack as John McLaughlin goes for it. He's got the ball in his hand and it's a goal! Back Keating. From a high dropping ball between John McLaughlin and Shaw Whelan again. And Downey Nealon has done it. It's a goal! Comes eventually to Cyril Dunn, and Cyril gets it over, it's another point. He's on the target of him, he takes the ball.
It's very hard to distinguish ages now at the present time, where the teenagers do themselves up with hairstyles and that.
Some girls left school at 16 and they have nothing else to do at night but go dancing.
Well, I'm 16 and I think that there should be more teenage dances for teenagers in Limerick. But if the parents allow the teenagers to go to the dance halls to mix with the older crowd, I think they should go.
Why you do me like you do? I get this need.
was very, very good actually. We came just about over the North Magnetic Pole. Weather was smooth the whole way. In fact, around here I guess was about the roughest part of it, and that wasn't very rough anyway.
We have a group tonight to open the show who've got a record way up in the top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Bachelors!
My darling.